Right, pause that. Hide that. Minimize that. Right. Hopefully audio, visual, everything is okay. I do apologize for the slight mess in the background. This is just a temporary room. I am looking into getting a green screen, so that would be my nephew's stuff when he was a baby. So again, I do apologize. Right, everything should be okay. Should be going. I am. It's ready. Yeah, I was gonna say it's about 80%, but good, perfect time. Right. Nice. Oh, nice, man. There's quite a few over here. Look now, I was only gone for like about 30 seconds in. Hey guys, is there going to be a code giveaway? Nice to see. Yes, I believe there is. Dan has got the details. I'm going to put the link for obviously the game's details in chat. As for obviously the link to the codes, I'll let Dan sort that out because I only found out like 20 minutes ago. So ask in chat and I reckon he can sort out with the developer, etc. Like I said, I only found out 20 minutes ago. And I was downstairs eating. So it was a bit of a surprise for me. We have one copy of the game to give away. How are we going to do it then, Dan? Is it based off who's the most engaged, or is it like a random lucky dip? Who's deciding? Is it between yourself and the developer? I will choose one view at random who engages in chat. Lucky dip. Okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. Right, I'll load that up for a second. Is my Elgato on? Because I had to obviously tweak everything for volume wise. Random.co. Oh, is that the link for it? Okay. Right, before we actually start, I am going to do give up. Okay, it'll be interesting to check what that is. Oh, I'll have to move my camera actually. Hold on, bear with me. Because you guys can't see that, I'm covering it up. Webcam group. Move you to there. Purely so you can just see the actual the options. I don't want to ruin everything for you. Right. So like I said, before we get started, I am going to do a little intro into mental health. Purely because myself have struggled a lot over the last mainly 3 years with the loss of my father, the loss of my auntie this year. It's been one of them things where over the course of time, as I was growing up, not having my father around, in some ways taking responsibility on with the family, it was never really something I looked at or cared about, to be honest. I was just like, family first. Whatever the hell happens to me, sod it. Don't really care, you know? As I got older, and as things start to happen, the more you understand things and so on, the more you begin to see, not just to other people, but yourself, how it affects you. And when my old man passed away last year, that crippled me. And obviously, a few people in chat now that are there, obviously, who know me personally, that because obviously I engage with them when I'm not streaming. I took about 3 months off. I just disappeared. I shut everything and everyone away. Just disappeared. Yeah, it's so you've lost. Exactly. It does. It's life. You expect it. You know it's gonna happen, but when it happens, like there's like a little switch, gone. Everything just changes. And it's a horrible feeling because everyone deals with it differently. Everyone goes through every scenario differently. Everyone's got different demons and so on. But talking about it, obviously, I've been to therapy here and there, and it helps. Sometimes it has frustrated me because it's like you go there, you give the same response because that's what you're feeling, the same thing over and over, and then they're giving you the same answer, and you kind of just thinking, just sod off, you know, sod off. You just give me the same rubbish. But it helps having that because sometimes you need that repetitiveness to just kick you out of that depression. So I would say, even if it's not therapy, speaking to just someone, could be in chat right now, it could be in our Discord group. We've got a section purely for mental health. On Twitter, again, you can message myself or one of the mods. We're always happy to talk. It can be actually on Twitter's page so everybody can see about it if you openly want to, or you can do it privately. We're always here to talk about it. I'm not ashamed anymore to start to open up about it, especially with some of the lads, again, like I said in chat, that have known me longer. Yeah, it's not a nice thing. I mean, everybody does suffer. Suffering alone is not a nice thing. Well, you know, you get there. It's just how you get there in your own time. It's not really much else I can say on that other than obviously let us know. Don't fight it alone. We're there for you. So anyone want to give me any questions before we go? Any stories or anything? I'm more than happy to wait for a second or two, you know, because this is an important issue. One of you, lucky lot, will be contacted after the stream. Ah, so after the stream. Okay. By the way, oh yeah, I need to put the deets again. So all the details of this game are in chat. I think the guy's name was Tom Orden or something like that. Again, Dan, my mod, can let you know. I'm not 100% sure what his name was. I want to say it was Tom Orden. I want to, but I could be wrong. Respect to you, Mo. Respect to you, Jim. I lost 2 family members last year. To be honest, Tom, yeah, I was in the party when was it your auntie and bugger. I actually genuinely forgot the other. I know one of them was your auntie. It's a horrible feeling. I hope you're feeling a lot better though, mate. But like I said, if you ever need to chat to myself or one of the lads in party, normally you're with Adam a lot, so stepmother. That was the other one. But yeah, even on Discord or whatever, just let us all know how you're feeling. Even if you just want to vent, just like if you want to just vent, I don't care if it's horrible stuff. As long as it's not targeted to someone, if you just want to vent whatever's in your mind, just vent it out. I don't care, because you need to get it out of your system. You need to get it out. The more you let it in there, the more it's just going to eat you up. Right. Take it, we're all ready. Actually, I need to put the volume up. Be handy so I can actually hear what I'm doing. This feels weird. I feel like I'm like this close to the table, but I can't put my legs underneath it. The weirdest setup I've ever had. I'm like a child at a desk. Oh, right. Let's see. Give up. Okay, I want to see what this give up is. Okay, nothing. Begin. It might be like one of those pause things where you just give up afterwards. But here we go. If the volume's a bit too loud for the game and that, let me know. I'll tweak it through Streamlabs. I like the artistic feel to it. It's like a painting. Oh, we in? Oh, we're in. Right. Right. Pause. Control. Controls. Left stick is stuck. Oh, right, I see. So he's got PC and Xbox. Oh, that's pretty nifty. So you got the controls for both ports. But, oh. I can't move anything. I don't know if I've just broken the game. Oh. Sorry, tell a lie. It worked. I thought I broke it then. I was like, we're literally just 30 seconds into the stream and I've just broken the game. Ugh. Right. Continue. I don't see any way to open this. Not that easy. Did you think it would be that easy? Achievements. We have 10 achievements. Just realised that. I should have done this straight away. I apologise. The 10 achievements. Room 1. Steal the memories. Steal the memories. Room 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And we've got 3 secret achievements. And I believe there was a 4th one as well, because I just got that one. Where is it? Do you think it would be that easy? Okay. So I take it obviously one of them was just hitting this wall here. Kind of like a silhouette of a door, which is quite clever. We're interacting with something. Is that light? Lights. Okay. Okay, can't go through there. I wonder if that light's for anything. We're through. Oh, there is music. Oh, it's loud, isn't it? Is that loud for you guys? Let's see how far we can go, Dad. Well, I've just turned it down 5 decibels, but again, if it's loud, let me know. Take it, this must be the mother then. Your dad and I just don't love each other anymore. It's nobody's fault, sweetheart. This is almost like sometimes things like that just happen. It's your fault he left. It's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Almost like an eerie feeling into my childhood. My parents split up when I was young. And I kind of blamed him, and I kind of blamed myself. Looks good, this game. The art and the music. Is it loud, by the way, the music? The art style, it reminds me of like a painting so far. I like it's like a canvas painting. Very well done. We always have so much fun, Dad. I never want this to end. No, mate, not too loud. It's a bit hard to tell from my end, because even though it's peaking in the red, it's not actually... But it's good on my end. Well, that's another thing. Probably good for you, but everybody else probably just has to adjust their TV. I don't know. Something came up, honey. Your dad can't see you this weekend. So sorry. Know that feeling all too well. Doesn't want to see you. To the I want to say it's Tom, not you, Tom, that I know. To the developer. Is this my life? This almost seems like my life at the moment. Okay, can't go that way. Came in through there. I wonder what this is for. He looks at it. I wonder if I have to do anything with this chair and then the light comes through or anything. Well, it looks like light. Could be wrong. Could be just an aesthetic part of the game. This looks familiar. I'm having a hard time remembering. Oh. New area. Hey, would you like to go out sometime? Sure, that would be fun. Oh, somber music. You're a really nice guy. Just don't feel we are right for each other. No one will ever want you. That's another thing. It's telling yourself constantly, like, you go through life, you're always going to get rejected in a lot of things, whether it be relationships, job, or whatever it may be. But telling yourself that probably 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get a no. You know, even like the charismatic people, you're gonna get a no. It's how you bounce back from that. That confidence, that inner belief to just persevere through that depression. That's obviously the hardest part. I think that's what is trying to be portrayed here so far. But that's what I might be getting. I believe this is the same person. Will you marry me? Yes. Did I miss a bit? I thought she was breaking up with me. I thought she was breaking up with me. Now I've asked her to marry me and she says yes. That's the confidence. That's the confidence. Somehow you turned a negative into a positive. Unless I've just missed something. I hope I haven't. Sometimes I feel like we're strangers. It's like we're growing apart. I just don't know what to do. You're not lovable. You're not lovable. Right, so I might have misread that there. I think he's depicting different parts of that relationship. Like the ups and the downs. The highs and the lows. I just assumed it was just like that. Just like one after another. That empty feeling. Can you hear that? The footsteps. Like if I stand still right now, the decibel bar is just peaking like about a little bit into the yellow. But when the character walks, it's like that. It's like you're in an empty room and all you can hear is just your thoughts and your footsteps. Why do I keep seeing these? Can't escape them. Okay. There's a lot of back and forth going. Oh, there's another crack in the Oh, we'll do that afterwards. Can't wait to meet you, little one. I'm gonna be a father. Oh no. Chatty's gonna be a father. But I don't want to do the next one now. I don't want to do the next one now. The way how this has gone so far, it's like one happy, one sad. One happy, one sad. The ups and the downs. I don't want to see the next one. Focus on the light. Ooh. Right, so clearly these are lights coming through the crack. I'm not sure how many there are. See, they represent, I believe, you or whatever's like the light coming through to like pull you out of this darkness. I really don't want to see this part. Oh god. Please don't lose the child. That would be a big blow. I just can't do this anymore. I want a divorce. The only the only plus I can probably think of that is hopefully the child is okay. It's not a nice thing to say, but coming off the back of he's going to be a father, and then she wants a divorce. Oh, this is a dead end. I'm just hoping it's not because of a miscarriage or anything like that. Because that's not just one thing to take. That's a heavy thing to take. Like, Lord of the Rings really taught me one thing. Growing up was no parent could ever have to bury their child. That was the one main thing I remembered from that film. Great films as they are. Is that me? Why can't I remember? But yeah, it's one of them where I'm just hoping in this game he hasn't lost a child, or it's not like, I hope this is not a depiction of his life. I hope this is just a game. But then this could be a way of him expressing himself in the game if this is his life. But I think of that aspect, and he's done it very well. I'm loving the art style of this very well. It is like I'm in a painting inside my own mind. Every door leads to more darkness. Yes. I know that feeling all too well. Great little game with some subtle hints into people going through a date. Yeah. I'm so sorry, honey. Your dad isn't coming to see this weekend. He's just too busy. Oh, so that's the child. You're a horrible dad. She's better. Oh, no. He's literally become his old man. He's literally become his old man. That's another thing I've noticed with myself is the older I've gotten, the more I hated my old man for never being around. And then starting to build bridges with him. And still having a lot of hatred for him for not being around. There's little mannerisms in me that I've noticed. Even my mum sometimes tells me, you're just like your father. Like, and it annoys me because it's like, where was this when I was younger? You know? Why could we not relate then? Why is it now? Why is it too late? Where is my old man when I need him now? So I can tell him I'm just like you. Stuff like that. Sometimes. Exactly. I don't know if it's just like a male thing. If we, like, as a species, are just flawed, like a male thing where it's just, you know, just like you discard whatever you just have. Well, it's probably not the best way to put them, but it seems like a pattern where it's mostly the fathers just disappear. Mine passed when I was 15. It was horrible. Having to grow up to the age of 25 with that. Yeah. Yep. I'll wait until this is after. Don't want to live. Don't want to die. Stuck in a paradox of fracking. That endless loop of which way do I go? The hell was that? Look at the door. Obviously you lost your father at 15. That's a big age. You're literally hitting your teens. Puberty. Now, going through that period, I'm not sure. In my case, I was the only boy, or the only male figure in my family when my father split. I had a sister and a mother. My mother is Italian, so I grew up in Newcastle. And having a foreign mum, especially in a place that far up north. If anyone's ever been in Newcastle, it's a bloody hard language to understand, even for an Englishman. So imagine an Italian who, like, just listening is just going, what? What are you saying? And then having two kids growing up with that language, not understanding it yourself, and then having to put them into school. That was then my responsibility of, you teach your sister. Your old man's not here. You do it. And I can understand where you're coming from at 15. But, and then having those, like, years of going through where you needed that figure to, like, help you grow into a man, to then take responsibility, to guide you into that responsibility, I would say, probably easier, rather than just being like, there you go, mate. You're on your own now, man. It's a very... Oh, hello, this is open. Oh! Did we do it? Step into the light. You escape the darkness. We got it, chat. We got the good ending. I'm loving that silhouette. The light he's walking into, but the darkness is himself, and he's trying to escape that. A very nice representation here. Tom Orden, that's it. That was close with his name. You know what? I'm going to let the credits play through because that was brilliant. Suffering from mental health myself, it is harder than it sounds. It's like, obviously I know you, Dan. Sometimes we joke about a lot of things with each other. For me, humour is my defence mechanism. The darker the humour, the more I'm happier being. It's just, I think that's another thing. People with like a very dark sense of humour sometimes really are the ones that suffer probably the most, because they see like a side of things that some people probably don't really understand or have or see. And how do I, it's gonna have to word this right. I can't really word it. I'm not really that clever at wording things, because obviously my self-teaching myself is like big words, like for me. Trying to think of a way to word it where it's like it makes sense, but I can't think of a way to make it make sense. Now I'm just babbling. But I know where you're coming from, Dan. You're one of my bestest friends. This is why I made you a mod. Because you're a genius as well. You just don't know it. You're a smart guy. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this, Tom. I'm going to do the second playthrough. I'm definitely doing the second. Actually, how many playthroughs is there? Okay, so there probably is 2 playthroughs. I don't know whether to give the review now or should I just wait till the second playthrough? Because I have to do another playthrough anyways. Yeah. 2 endings, 2 playthroughs, 25 minutes. So, realistically, you could probably... Obviously, I've been talking as I've been playing this, so... What is it, 45 minutes in, so... half an hour that I've just spent. Second playthrough, you could probably do in about 5-10 minutes. But overall, you're looking at... Normally playing this game, 45 minutes. Oh, wait. Return to start. Okay, now I'll start again. And then for achievement hunters, I believe that will be half an hour, 35 minutes, because the second playthrough you're just going to breeze through it. Unless you watch a guide, probably about 10 minutes, because realistically, if you're an achievement hunter, you are just going to be looking at but then from what I've gathered just playing this, you are simply playing the game for the achievements. It's not a simple case of just leaving it idle for 5 minutes or going to do something simple for 5 minutes. You are playing the continue or the whole game, you know. So I would probably say 35 to 45 minutes overall. If you're taking your time with your first playthrough, then the second one you are probably just going to breeze through it. How did I get here? I am going to do this again properly. How do I get the dark ending now? Is that something to do with those lights? Some of the guys in True Achievements say about 20-30 minutes. Yeah, I would say the first playthrough is going to be realistically about the majority of that time, because you are going to be like playing the game first playthrough as you would any other game. Where do I go? What do I do? What am I supposed to see, etc. Don't engage with the lights in the ceiling. Okay, I will not engage. And then generally the second playthrough is just straight through. Oh wait, this one. I wondered what that was. So I was right. It was lights in the ceiling, or this could be your mind. Actually, could be your minds. That eerie sense of the footsteps. That really is daunting. Let's see how far we can go, Dad. That's another thing. It's like, even that line there, for me personally, it's just like, it's been over a year, still don't make it easy. It's almost like I feel like I can just go on the phone right now, send them a text, and in about 15 minutes just expect a response, just going, you know, like a typical response for him is like, don't be such an idiot, boy. Something like that. I just miss that wit from him sometimes. Where he could really wind my mother up. And it would wind me up, because I'm not going to lie, I'm a mama's boy. I've always been a mama's boy. I think a lot of that is down to obviously him not being around. But yeah, when he used to wind her up, that would piss me off. I think that's probably why he did it, because he used to like to see a response out of me. But I would give it back. I wouldn't just take it like she would. I only have one real nice memory with my old man, from what I recall, and it's the one that he always tells me about when I was in the back garden. I was about 5 or 6, and my old man despises football. He hated it with a burning passion. It was always about money for him. Well, football was about money. That's how he saw it. But as I was growing up, he saw how much I loved it, how much I wanted to be involved in it, how much I took it seriously. I went to, obviously, lessons, academies and stuff like that. I really wanted to play football. And before he obviously left, the one memory I recall, and obviously in the back garden, was the typical thing where, you know, when you hold like the head of someone and they're trying to like bully you when they're swinging their fists, and you're just like hold them at arm's length. He kind of held me like that, and he had the ball on his opposite foot, and he accidentally like pushed me over. You know, he's a grown man. I'm a little kid. He's trying to use his strength. Didn't really need to use it, you know, but he knocked me over. And instead of crying like most kids did, I got back up and I kicked him really hard in his leg. And obviously to get the ball, not to hurt him. I caught him. And he kind of laughed. And he was like, I'm kind of proud of you for not going down crying. And he always used to tell me that story. And I was like, at the time, I never really thought much of it, even now in some cases. But I think that's probably one of his moments where he was like, I'm happy he's not, I don't know, maybe in his mind he was just thinking he's not a wimp or something like that, as some people would put it. Obviously, the older we both got and the more he distanced himself from us, and then eventually coming back, especially the last few years where I saw a vulnerable side of him that I never ever thought I'd see. That was a very weird experience to see. Because when you look at someone when you're growing up, especially like a father, it's almost like your idol. You know, it's the first person you genuinely look at and think, oh my god, I want to be this guy. You know, he's everything to me. Sound effects are very dark. They are very dark, aren't they? But that's what gives this game charm. It's certain little moments, even like the upbeat music. It's almost somber in its eerily way as well. Because it's like it builds you up, and bang, just knocks you right back down with that next one. But this game has that charm because of the sound effects, and I think the art style helps a lot with it. Like that. Those footsteps, man. It's the echo of it. For a game that's about £3 something, this is very well done. I can't find anything to fault with it. Like, controls are simple, left and right, no stick drift, no sticking to anything, barring that at the very beginning of the stream. But I think I might have just pressed the wrong button, or I might have just soft locked myself there. But I don't see anything like that in the game where anything's been soft locked, anything out of place. It just seems a simple little game, a simple price, made by essentially one guy mainly, and it's very well done. It's been well put. For what you're paying, is it like £3 something? I would say, even if this game was like £5-6 quid, like double the price that it is on the store, I would pay it. I'd buy it. You know, it's, yeah, I would say it's well polished for the price you're paying. Easily. There's very little I can see at this moment in time. Actually, I'll put the. Oh shit! I didn't change the price of it. No, wait. My apologies. That was the wrong one. That one. There you go. Press the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I thought I'd actually disabled the Ascent button. My apologies. I was like, 25 quid for this game. Game Pass. What? What did I press? I apologise. It's the second option. The second one in chat. Oh. Thought I'd broken my stream deck and I disabled the wrong thing. But yeah, as I was saying, the £3 that you're paying, yeah, the one just above your name, that one, yeah, that one, Darkness, that one. I pressed the wrong button on the stream deck. It was my bad. You know, I thought I disabled that button. Clearly, I did not. Because I was just getting ready for it, obviously, later on. Normally, before I go live, I make sure what's what, so I don't press the wrong button in situations such as this. Clearly, I forgot to disable the wrong button. But at least you guys knew. Why do I keep seeing these? Can't escape them. And that's another thing I've noticed on this second playthrough. Constant back and forth. You're walking from one end, you see two things, you go all the way to the other end, you see a couple of things, and you're coming all the way back. It's like taking a step forwards to get out of that depression, and then immediately getting pulled straight back. Like, you're not allowed to go, you're not allowed to leave. Your thoughts are just like, you want to go? No. You're going to stay right here and you're going to suffer. Like a loop. Yeah, it's like you're trying to escape a loop and it's just endlessly going around. Yeah, that's the way I see it. I think it's like you're stuck in this painting. Or the way I see it is, this is his mind, and it's like a painting. And he's trying to escape it by seeing these, or the light in some of these fragments. But the darker ones are just pulling them right back. And he's just stuck in an endless loop of trying to get out of this. And in fairness, it's probably a very good representation of how a mind works, just in any given basis. Yeah, the slow realization of reality is probably the best way to put that. It's one of them things where you, like, even right now, you could be positively happy, positively fine. Flick of a switch in your mind, you just decide to just give up. And taking the rest of the day off, the rest of the week off, or whatever it may be, your mind just goes, no. And then all the stuff just comes flooding back like a freight train, just hitting you in one go. And then you just start playing everything over and over and over again. And even when you claw out of that and you find that freedom, you find that happiness again where you're like, I'm in that light. one wrong thing, one wrong word, one wrong thing that you see, it could be anything, and immediately you're pulled right back in there. And you're having to go through that same thing every day, and that's the loop process. It's a horrible feeling. Oh, I thought it was a comment. It's Nightbot. Nightbot does that sometimes. When I catch it at the corner of my eye, I think it's a comment. And I'm like, why is it promoting me? Ah, it's Nightbot. There you go. The eeriness of quiet. And even like this picture, in some ways, how he's drawn it, it's almost like you're not human. You're a monster in some weird way. It depicts him in a deformed way. Like he sees himself as like, I'm not human. I'm deformed. I'm wrong. I'm messed up. Rob, it's quite creepy in a way. Again, it adds charm to the game. It adds charm to the character of it. It's the simple little strokes of the colours. Like, you look at that. It's a perfect rectangle with a little circle. The door. With the colour from that to the background. It's almost like you're just opening the door into the other part of your mind. To then see another fragment that you're trying to not get away from, but overcome and accept. But it just keeps pulling you back. And in this situation, he has literally become his father. A guy that he looked up to, and a guy that left. And as he's grown up, he's slowly become. And now he blames himself for that. Very well done, this game. Very well done for... How do I cope? It's a hard thing, like... Last week was a perfect representation, Dan, when I did the... Not colourful galore, because obviously I'd missed that. I was off for 3 days because I was mentally, I just wasn't up for it. But My Mate, that was the game. Last Sunday or the Sunday before, actually, I streamed an early access of a game called My Mate, and I was quite tired for the duration of that day before I started streaming. And I was really, really agitated, and everything just like wore me out. And I came into the stream, and I really tried to be professional and upbeat as best as I could. But little things were just annoying me. And I think I called the stream about an hour before I normally would, because I just got fed up with just everything. And then instead of coming into the next day to play or to stream, I just took 3 days off. I just wasn't in the mood. It was just like my mind just went, forget it all. I don't care. And then Dan messaged me, and I didn't get back to him. I just didn't bother. It wasn't because I was being a dick. Obviously, it was just in my head. I was just like, I don't care. Just don't care. For me, overcoming depression, or when it creeps in or stuff like that, I found anime really has helped me. Especially last year when I lost my father. The 3 months that I just disappeared off the face of the earth, essentially, work, everything. I just completely just shut everything off. I binged so much anime. And there was one in particular, that I watched on Netflix. It was called Love Chernobyl in Other Dimensions or something like that. Normally I'd look at that and I just think, not my cup of tea. Boring, terrible, whatever. But I watched it because I binged everything else and I was just needed to watch something to distract myself. And as I was watching the episodes, it was around about towards the end of season 1 where the young girl has almost like it just breaks down. Everything just like happened where she lost a parent in the show, and that moment there was just like boom. Like it hit me. I was like, yep, I know exactly where that's coming from. Like it was just like I needed that, and I was so happy in some ways. Well, I was like, I'm so glad I gave this anime a go, and I ended up buying it. I've got it on my shelf in the next room purely for that one episode. I mean, it ended up being a good anime. It was that one episode where it was like, thank you for like getting me from there to there. You know, just that next step that I needed. So I would say for me it's anime. Everyone's different though. Some people do art, some people do sports, some people drive themselves into work, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because you can distract yourself in a good way focusing on work. Again, sometimes if you focus too much, that is a bad thing. But you've got to find that balance, and that's a balance that you have to find in life with just anything. And sometimes depression, I would say sometimes, a lot of the time, depression pulls you away from that a lot further than anything else. And then that's where a lot of people sometimes have a go at you. Like if you're going through a hard time and you focus solely on something to distract yourself a lot, and sometimes you get lost in that and you don't realize you're solely just now thinking, I need to get out of this, whatever it is, I'm on this. And then you start to neglect other things. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. Cutting a lot of stuff out is, I wouldn't say is a good thing. I would say you have to share. Definitely helps. Did you enjoy this? I thought this was very well done. I mean, if it really is one guy that's made this game, well done. Like he's done a very good job to represent mental health. If this is a representation of his experiences, to depict that in this form, how I see it as like an art form in the mind, on a loop, constantly back and forth, struggling. How do I get out? Where do I go? Why do I see the same things all the time? Its sound is loud right now. My apologies. My apologies. I'll just mute that because obviously we're just in the menu. Yeah, I can't really fault it because I haven't really found anything to fault. You know, normally the first things you look at are like controls. Is there any like distortions in the colorings and whatnot, in the backgrounds, sounds? Do they sound like distorted? Do they sound weird?
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh man, thank you very much. Thank you for giving me your money. Thank you. You're now paying for my anime addiction. Cheers, man. You're a legend. But actually, technically, sorry, I'll take that back. You're not paying for my anime addiction. You're paying for the Death Star plans. Because I need to build a Death Star so I can take over this world and fix it. Well, when I say fix it, you know, the Death Star. But thank you very much, mate. You're a legend. Cheers. Looking forward to playing it myself. You should. I like it. He's done a very, very good job of it. To Tom, if you are watching, or if you're not watching right now, but if you do end up watching this, you should be very proud of yourself for what you've done. It's a damn good job. Do you relate to the game much? That first part, that first line when he said about his father, that literally was just like, damn. And then the next one where he speaks to his mother, and then she goes, "Me and your father are like split up. We don't love each other anymore." I was like, and I even said, I was like, "Oh my god, is this my life?" Like, my parents split up when I was young. It was like, I'm happy with my father. They split up. He goes. Well, obviously, he didn't really show it in this game how he resented his father for that. Obviously, in my case, I did. But he ends up becoming his father. And in some ways, I think we all do to a degree. We all become our parents in some way, shape, or form, whether we want to or not. I don't know if it's a genetic thing or what. It's just, it could be a genetic thing. But like, you just pick up on things. Like if you like sometimes look in the mirror, and you just notice you're doing something like brushing your teeth or whatnot, it's like little mannerisms where you just go, it's exactly how my mum would do it, or exactly how my father would do it. And you just think, huh, that's weird, you know? Like for me, it's normally when I'm coughing, or if that's actually more in the mornings. When I'm in the mornings, I relate a lot to my old man in the mannerisms I do, whether go like straight downstairs, making a cup of coffee, read the paper, grumpy, and stuff like that. And yeah, it's like I said, even my mum just sometimes just goes, "You're just like your father," and one of them where she keeps constantly reminding me, whatever happened to that sweet young Italian boy that I used to love, I used to raise? You're just like your bloody father now, a grumpy old Scotsman. I'm just like, let's say I grow up, you know, I don't become him, I'm just am him. You don't realize it. It just happens. Mannerisms just come and go. Sometimes if it's genetic, it just sticks. But I definitely relate to this game more at the beginning. More at the beginning. But that first line really hit me when he said, you know, with the father. It was like, let's go and have some fun, Dad. Now has pushing daisies, never knew him, were liked. It's one of them things like, if I take he hasn't actually like got back to you at all yet, like not even now. But if he was, would you? Would you at least listen? Like yeah, would you at least listen to what he has to say? He's dead, lol. You just made me feel like a right arsehole there. I am sorry to hear that. I didn't actually know about that, Dan. I've known you 6 years, 7 years. Hence the term pushing daisies. Okay, I didn't know that term. Thanks, man. I honestly, I genuinely am sorry, but damn it, oh, damn it. All right, I'll just, that's done. So I don't dig like myself, but I mean, I wish mine was still around, but no, more so for my sister. He did not take that well. I hope it wasn't over a text message. I hope they actually got in contact with you in some ways as a person. Because that's one of the worst things to ever get. Is like bad news over a text. Terrible. Like I lost my job was December over a text. It was like, who does that? It was MSN back in the day. Oh Jesus. I still remember MSN. Still remember that. The good old days before Skype and everything else. MSN. That was huge back in the day. Huge. Idiots do it. Yeah. But we all have idiotic tendencies. We all do. Some take it too far, though. I think it's good to be an idiot sometimes. Especially when you're trying to catch I say a bully. Like bullies are just assholes. And I think the best way sometimes to get back at them, normally they just say fight fire with fire. But for me, I think like I tend to be a bit of an idiot. And then just like one day schooling them. Just like absolutely just schooling it. And then walking away like you're just like a god. That also affects mental health. True. But then everyone's different. Like, for me, I would say I act like an idiot a lot. Like, for me, I just... Humor is my way of just dealing with it. And being more of an idiot in terms of whatever it is, that's how I deal with it. I just have to be an idiot. I take nothing for serious, like, at all. Like, I remember when I got arrested for setting fire to a load of trees. But I say trees. They were like little, you know, those like little potted trees, like outside of like buildings. I put a sheet over one of them when I was absolutely pissed as a fart when I was younger. I was a bit of a rebel asshole, and I set fire to it. And this is even more stupid. It was outside of a police station. The opposite side was a police station, for crying out loud. Like, all they had to do was just leave the building, walk across the road, and nick me. You know? But I remember being in the paper, it was a few days later with the guy I did it with. We were called mindless yobs. Rightfully so. You know, we were just twats. Just stupid. Is that... I would say yes to a degree. Between the ages of 12 and 18. Yeah, that was obviously when I really needed my father. Obviously, he wasn't around. I think it was around about just after I was 7. He left 6 or 7. It wasn't long after. Obviously, they just fell out. But between obviously 7 and 12, taking that responsibility on as the only male figure in the household, mum being foreign, can't really teach anything in terms of English. She's still learning herself. So I'm growing up. I'm raising her, my sister, in school, helping my mum with English. And then between 12 and 18, I just rebelled. I just became an asshole, a full-blown asshole, because I didn't have anyone to put me in my place. I was just like, fuck you all, you know? Like, what are you gonna do, mum? What are you gonna do? You know? I practically helped you where you are, you know, and stuff like that. And there was a guy, basically my best mate now, his father, when I started working at Woolworths, which was just before I was 16, I had to lie on my CV to get that job. So I said I was 16 when I was actually 15. So I basically changed the date. I put 86 instead of 87 for the year. And when I first met my friend John, 2 guys, same age, first job. You just look at that guy and think, twat. And obviously, because obviously I was at that rebel phase as well, you know, we didn't really get on. But after a few years, we started to bond mainly over our love of football in Newcastle. Thank you for the bits, you legends. And it was around about 2021. His father came into his life, and they were starting to build bridges. And I still remember to this day where his old man took me under his wing in some ways, where because he saw that me and John kind of start to become like more than just friends. We were like brothers, and like I'm still friends with him now. Like I'm 34 and I've known him since I was 16. So that's now over half my life. I consider him my brother now, and so his father kind of took me under his wing, and between like 20 and 22, 23 maybe, he guided me a little bit in not being a dick, you know. It was just like, obviously he's still building bridges with his son, and I think he kind of used me a little bit to like patch that, and in a way help me as well. I think it was like a nice thing for all three of us, where we kind of all needed it, even though we probably didn't see it or accept it or whatever. But then he passed away in 2014, stage 4 cancer. That was like, I still remember because it was just before the World Cup, and that was just like, I was at work. It was Frankie and Benny's. I was working at Frankie and Benny's at the time, and I didn't know. I knew he was ill, but I didn't know he had passed away because you know, I was working. But I remember my brother's missus. She sent me a message over. I think it was Facebook just started. It was just like becoming a big thing then. But she sent me a message over a social platform, media platform, and I was like, "What?" And I rung up my brother. Didn't answer. So I rung up his missus, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And she obviously told me everything. So straight away, I was at work. I was just like, "Right, I'm going home." Oh, well, not going home. I'm going to go see him. They wouldn't let me go. They needed me at work, and I was like, either I go or I quit. And they were like, "You can't quit." And I was like, "Either you watch me." We had a bit of a standoff. I ended up just quitting on the spot. I was like, "Look, at the end of the day, fuck this job. It means nothing to me. I can replace you in a heartbeat. You literally mean nothing to me. You know, it's a job. Job's a job. Whatever it is, whether you love it or not, a job can be replaced. A parent or someone that you see as a parent can't." So I ended up going round to his that night. He was stoned, pissed, and in a really bad place. And rather than just being sort of like, you don't need any of that crap, like taking it away from him, like a parent would to a child with like being bad, I ended up just sitting beside him and smoking, because I thought all he needed was just someone to just chill with. And then little after that, my old man started slowly trying to come back into my life. Obviously, he was a little bit more of my sister, but I think that little bit there triggered me to start reconciling with my old man, even though I still hate him for leaving. And then passing away last year, it was like, I haven't even had a chance to properly get a lot of stuff off my chest. You know, I was like, I really wanted to like have a go at him, but in a way I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I didn't want that to be the last moment he ever had, or the last moment I ever had with him. So there's some things you regret, some things you don't. In the end, the one thing I would like is if he was still here, but he is sadly gone. but it is life. Yeah, you have to obviously push through that boundary every day. Yeah, I mean everyone has their way of dealing with things. Like for me, obviously now I see anime as my outlet for pretty much anything. Obviously for yourself, it could be sports, it could be work, it could be your partner that it just helps you forget stuff. It could be anything. It could be video games. And this is another thing why I'm really happy to do stuff like this now is gaming. Gaming's always been a huge part of my life. You know, I'm 34. I've been gaming since I was 3. I remember the Atari, the SNES, stuff like that, and growing up and seeing games consoles evolve. So gaming has been a massive part of my life. I love how the little animation that whenever you use your bits covers up my camera. Because I've moved it over. And I've got to move the animation across to the other side. But yeah, it's like gaming for me, especially now, because I'm doing this, the streaming part of it, it's made me see like a different side of gaming. Because I went through a phase where I was kind of achievement hunting. And then that really, really pissed me off. Because I was like, that's not gaming. I buy a game, I get the achievements, and I just discard it. That's not gaming. Give me a game where I can appreciate the game. You know, I want the story. I want the music. I want to be in that game. I want to escape reality by being in this game. You know? And doing stuff like this now, especially with a game like this where it's like the mental health side of it, it's like a double factor. I love it. Like one of my favorite games in the last 10 years, The Witcher 3. That game was and still is for me an absolute gem. It's just everything about it. But then you have other games where you just think, you know, you really, Obviously, I would say FIFA's my one game where I just want it to be better than what it is. And that really angers me sometimes. That's a game that sometimes I shouldn't be playing because that really does trigger my state of mind. So I've uninstalled it. I only ever play it when my brother comes around now. Because at least he can monitor me when we play it. Because I have a very, very bad anger issues when playing that game. Very bad. But it's probably in a good way, I think, as well. Like, you have to vent. And I think FIFA's my vent. Probably not a good thing, but that's just one of my vents other than anime. The sign, how do you cope with mental health? Is he even still there? No, mates, I don't, buddy. I tend to not go back to how I used to be. To be honest, Tom in chat right now, I've known him for, is it 9 years now, Tom? It's a long, long time. I've known him through some deep stuff that he went through. And to be honest, knowing him now from when I first met him, he's progressed a long way. So I'm proud of him for that. He's a good laugh as well. I love winding him up though, which is probably bad on my part, but he knows I only do it as a joke. But I like to wind him up. Drinking, that's another thing. Drinking. There was a young lass that I used to go to school with. At the time, she was 18. I had to go and put her with my brother and check her in to one of the thingies because she had a drinking problem. She's good now. I think she's 9 years sober. 8 or 9 years sober. But drinking is obviously an escape. Like every now and then I have a joint. I'm not gonna lie about it. For me, it calms me down. It's nice to have where obviously a lot of people say paranoia and all that. I don't abuse it. I don't binge it all the time. But every now and then I just think I need it. I need to unwind. I need to go downstairs and just inhale the good stuff, as they say, and exhale the bad stuff. Just off. Yes, mate, 9 to 10 years. Yeah, I say about that. And yeah, we do have a laugh. Well, I have a laugh. Perfectly legal in Canada and California, lol. Yeah, but we're in the bloody shitty ass. Well, I'm in the shitty ass end of the UK. Literally the ass end of the UK. Suffolk. It's like the bum of England. Like, how much more depressing do you want to get? Like, where are you on England? And he just point to the bum. And then they just look at you and go, you really are in the arse end. And it's like, yes, I am. It really is a horrible place to be. But it could be worse. Because I'm half Scottish, I can say is, you could live in Scotland. The weather's terrible. They've never seen sunshine up there. It's like a miracle for them. I can control the drink. Well, the last few pictures I've seen, Tom, in the group chat. To be honest, you're only just having a laugh with the mates, though. You're only going out. WhatsApp. With alcohol, unfortunately. Oh, he's there. There he is. You do love a bit of a drink, Adam? You do love your alcohol? Smells salami. Like burnt salami. Someone's burning something. It smells like burnt salami. I have got the window open. Yeah, Adam, how do you cope with mental health? Because you didn't answer his question earlier. I'm assuming... Oh, right. Actually, hold on. With alcohol, unfortunately, I think that's probably just answered it a bit late. I think... Yeah, I think that's his answer to the question from earlier. He's just read it late. I think... I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Ah, okay, yeah. So I was right then. It was with alcohol. It's the easiest way out, though, alcohol. It's the easiest answer. Probably the easiest thing you can probably get a hold of. Ever thought of weaning yourself off? Well, he's quite stubborn. He doesn't listen to us a lot. Alcohol and drugs. I'm lucky in a sense. Now, even though every now and then I smoke a little weed, I have never been addicted to it, and mainly the other Class A drugs like cocaine, ecstasy, and stuff like that. I would never go near that shit. Never. Never in a million years. Ooh. Ended up in the streets, now I'm 24 months sober. Mate, you know what? Oh, no, I keep forgetting. I think my. I think, where is it? I'm gonna have to do this touchpad, but here we go. No, I don't. No, god damn it! You know when you spam an emote and it just like floods the damn thing. Right, there we go. There you go. You get some good vibes. You get some good vibes. It would be easy if I had the mouse thingied. And I'm back on my feet. It's good to see, mate. Good to see. Got Gorilla. Great name, by the way. And that's a good... You need that sponsor. Like, obviously, like I said, with therapy as well. Like, you need... It could be anyone. It could be a parent. It could be a friend. It could be a sponsor. It could be a therapist. as long as you've got someone to turn to just give you a different set of eyes and ears other than your own mind, you need that there. Because if you're just on your own, you're just going to be listening to those same thoughts over and over again of just like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And then that's just going to constantly play and then escalate. As long as you've got someone there just saying, you're better than that, you can do better, you don't need that, then you've got that, like, that yin and the yang. You need the yin and the yang. Otherwise, you just can't cope in life. Everyone has good and bad, and you need that. But how you overcome it and how you persevere through it, that's on you. And it's good that that sponsor does push you to obviously be a better version of yourself. Because that's what we should be pushing for. Like, it's in everything. This is why I love Bob Marley, one of my favorite musicians of all time. You know, it's one love. Just one love. It's all you need. Why are you being a dick for? Just one love. Mate, have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week, year. Just in general, just have a great rest of your time. And if you ever need to chat, feel free to drop into here on chat. What I'll do is I'll put the... Let me make sure I haven't disabled this. Right, yeah. So all the links are there. I've got Twitter, Discord, even my Instagram's on there if you want it. And where's the YouTube? Our YouTube is there. So if you ever want to just talk, feel free to click on any one of those links and it'll come to us. Feel free to talk. You're more than happy to. And that's not just for you, it's everyone. You know, we're all in this together. Just be happy. Just be happy. Winner will be selected at random and you will receive... Oh, did he win? Take care, mate. And like I said, if you ever need it, give me a shout. And my thanks to the game creator. Dan, I reckon Dan will probably let him know. He's got the details, so I reckon he will. Oh, it's not drawn yet. Okay. I thought it was. Just how you worded that previously, I was like, someone won. My apologies. My apologies. But take care, mate. Thank you for being here. And hopefully that will give you a better rest of your day and so on. You've been a big, big help just being here. Hey, man, sorry I missed you playing through this and not long got in. Mate, don't worry, Beast. We've just been talking for the last, 20 minutes? I mean, the game wasn't really that long. I've realistically, first playthrough, about 30 minutes. Second playthrough, probably about 10. Because you're just basically just repeating it, but just breezing through it. But yeah, we're just discussing, like, how we, as people, overcome our depressions, our anxieties, our ways of life, what we do. So, Beast, do you have any ways of... Have some more bits before I go? Oh, you're a legend, mate. You know what? If I want to give you bits. How do I give you bits? I don't know how to do that. I don't even know how to do anything. Oh, you're 30 bits. Oh, you're a legend. Is it Corgo 1? Corgo 1. I need to find out to be more like on all this stuff so that I can give people bits in return. But I'm going to give you some good vibes again because you deserve that. You're legends. And you deserve to be happy. Good vibes, Ernie. I want to say it's the one thing I loved from Co-Carnage. Like one of my favorite streamers. I was like, I don't want to take things off other people's streams because it's like it's a bad thing to do. Like it's like promoting yourself in other people's streams. You don't do that. That's just stupid and wrong. And then obviously copying people or taking stuff from. But I was like, the one thing I wanted was that emote. I just thought that emote is just brilliant. And I was gonna like message him like, "Hey Co, is it possible I could just like this good vibes emote?" But then I saw loads of other people like have it, so I was like, "Oh, so it's just an emote thing. Then I'm just gonna have this because I love it." But yeah, he's like one of my favorite streamers out there. I love watching him when he plays. He's like flipping awesome as like a streamer. Him, Ezekiel the Third. Ezekiel the Third, like I never knew. Well, I say I did and I didn't. But I remember watching him several years ago when he started with Man vs. Game, or when he appeared on Man vs. Game. And oh mate, gosho, legends. But yeah, it was when he was on with Man vs. Game, and my account got hacked on my old Xbox, so I just took about 3 years or so off, just everything. I just didn't bother, and it's become a running thing for him now. You're a legend. Stop it, please stop it. You've given too many bits as it is. But thank you very much. It means a lot. But yeah, you know when you haven't seen a face for so long, you kind of forget. And obviously beards. I've got a beard. I saw Zeke when I was watching Drop Frames, because obviously I was watching Co-Carnage and I was like, what is this Drop Frames? And I was like, okay, oh, this is pretty good. And I was like, I like this guy. Who is this Ezekiel the Third? And then the more I start watching, I was like, oh my god, it's the same guy from Man vs. Game. He's got a beard. He's grown up. It's the same guy. You know, like I used to watch him. He's like, yeah, stuff like that. Like that. That's another thing. Watching other streamers is a good way to get past it all, like the depression and shit like that. Great way. Because like I say, someone like Co-Carnage. For me, Retro Gaijin. Retro Gaijin's another one. Normally I'm jealous of him all the time because he lives in Japan and I want to live there. Like if I ever have the chance, I'm burning my passport if I ever went to Japan. I'm never coming back. I'll be like straight off the plane. I'll burn it right in front of the bleeding attendant when I get off the plane. I just be like, see this? It's gone. I'm living here now. Probably get deported somehow, but I'll be like, you're going to take me in handcuffs. You take me in handcuffs. I will not leave this goddamn country. Be like heaven for me. I'll probably faint, actually. Ever since I was a kid, every time I saw something on TV, it's their culture, their way of life, the way they perceive things, mannerisms, the way they dress, everything about it. And obviously, being a massive anime fan such as yourself, Beast, it's like if I ever went there, I probably would just faint walking off the plane before well, actually, it's probably after I burnt the passport. Trying to run away in excitement that I've got away from the police, and then I see a beautiful woman walk past and I just faint. Like, oh my god, she's so pretty. Oh. And then wake up in a probably deportation center thinking, well, it was worth it. I got to see outside of the airport. That's Japan for me in a nutshell. Yeah. I would say, do you watch a lot of Twitch, Beast, when you're not obviously streaming yourself? Because I would say Rob CD, Retro Gaijin, both of them to stream in Japan. Rob CD is more Tokyo based. Retro's just moved just on the outskirts of Tokyo, I believe, just recently. And then you've got a few of the female streamers like is it Shibuya Kaho? Think she's Tokyo. I could be actually no, I don't think she is. I think she's a little further south. But like when I can during the day, because normally I have a few tabs open and try and interact with as many as I can. But when I can get like one of the bigger streams, retro is quite hard to get for me because of the time zones. Because Tokyo is what, like right now, he wouldn't be streaming because it's like midday or whatever it is. I don't know. But when I normally catch him, it's like, I think is it 7, 8 in the morning for me, which is around about 8 p.m. I guess roughly around there where he is, and then he's about 5, 6 hours into his stream, so he's coming close to his end. But even for that 1-2 hours that I catch him, it's like one of the best things ever I get to watch because I love him as a streamer. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's a bloody good laugh, and obviously watching Japan, it's like I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. If I was there. Have you seen the lost Nintendo DS game that was found in Tokyo? No. It was a training game that was made exclusive for McDonald's employees to train them on making food. No. The Nintendo DS with matte black with a big McDonald's M on it was found for next to nothing and is valued at around 5 to 10k. Really? Seriously? Can you imagine just finding that and just thinking, I got a freaking Nintendo DS with a McDonald's sign on it. Oh, keeping this for like pits and gigs. Next thing you know, it's worth 10k. Only 2 are known in existence at the moment. To the 2 people that have that, if you give it to me, I will give you all the love in the world. It's very minimal of me because I don't express it all that much, but I'll give you this. That should be more than enough love for you if you give me that Nintendo DS. Apparently it's quicker to train employees on the Nintendo DS. This is another reason why I love Japan. You know? They just see things so differently. And so much better. Imagine getting that over here in the UK. Like you turn up to Mackie D's for a freaking like training session, and your boss will stand there with a Nintendo DS. And you got about 6 or 7 of them lined up, each for you. Right at your stations, you will see a Nintendo DS, guys. We're going to do our training sessions with these. Now pick it up and press the on button. Now we shall go through the instructions. 1. Press A to flip the burger. What? But then again, it saves on food and wastage. I can see that aspect. It's not a bad thing. Very weird. Gotta love them. Gotta love the Japanese. That was how the guy showcased it. It had to be America. Then again, to them, actually the burger scenario is probably a perfect representation for them. This is how you flip a burger. Actually, it wouldn't be 1 burger. It would be about 8 burgers. 8 burgers is 1 burger. Everything's like triple stacked over there. I worry sometimes when I eat like just 1 burger, like I feel like my arteries are clogging up. Imagine having like one of those triple tower stackers. Like if I ate that, I'll be on the floor. Just having some food, so lurk in a sec. Nice. Are you having the burger? It's a triple stacked McDonald's burger. Are you being trained on the DS on how to eat that burger? Check your WhatsApp. All I've got is... Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Take that back. I was going to say all I've got right now is a couple of scans to do and something to do with YouTube and VFX artists. And Ryan Reynolds. And I'm assuming another funny video. Okay, what's this? Oh yeah, true. Right. Anyone else got any last questions? Because I am going to go take a quick break and then I'm going to jump onto the ascent. Before we go. Because, to be honest, I have been chatting for like nearly 40 minutes now. But it's been a good cause. Right, well, if there's no more questions, what I'm going to do is actually... Wait, this would be easier if I did this on the freaking mouse rather than the touchpad. I hate the touchpads. I need to get a proper PC, but a laptop will do. Great stream tonight, mate. Jim, thank you, man. As always, I just want your voice in this stream. Just want this. Somehow I'm going to try and incorporate your voice in this stream. Yeah, great. Really good stream tonight, Mo. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for copying Jim. Nah, cheers, man. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to take a quick break and then I'm going to jump on the ascent. I'm just going to cut this segment just so Dan can upload this for YouTube later. So if no one's got any more questions, I am going to quickly take a 5-minute break, just something quick, stretch my legs and grab a coffee and then go for a pee break and then come back. So, guys, I am going to do an intermission.